Imagine this. You're at 10,000 feet looking straight down at the ground. You check your gear one last time, exchange nods with your teammates, and take that fateful step into the void. Free fall. A rush of adrenaline, pure weightlessness. But suddenly, terror grips you. You've realized something is horribly wrong. This isn't a horror movie plot. This really happened to an experienced skydiver, Ivan Lester McGuire, in 1988. His tragic mistake shook the skydiving community and left a haunting lesson in its wake. April 8, 1988, Franklin County Sports Parachute Center, North Carolina, USA. 30-year-old Ivan Lester McGuire was preparing for his third jump of the day. He was no amateur. Over 800 jumps, countless hours of free fall, and years of experience filming students during their training jumps. That day, he was once again acting as a videographer, documenting a tandem jump for instructional purposes. Today, skydiving videographers use small action cameras mounted on their helmets. But in the 1980s, things were different. The camera equipment was bulky and required a separate backpack. Ivan carried one of those into the plane. Normally, he worked the night shift and came to the skydiving center in the morning, jumping a few times before heading home. That day, he was already tired. After his second jump, he was ready to leave, but was asked to film one more tandem jump. Being a dedicated professional, he agreed. The plane climbed to 10,500 feet. Ivan was the first to jump, capturing the tandem pair as they exited the aircraft. Everything seemed routine. The student and instructor deployed their parachutes and disappeared into the sky. At that moment, Ivan should have done the same, but when he reached for his ripcord, it wasn't there. Instead of a parachute, he was wearing only his camera backpack. The final recording captured his last words. "Oh God, no." The moment of realization. He had no way to save himself. He could only continue to fall, fully aware of his fate. Ivan's body was found on the ground, and his damaged tape revealed what had gone wrong. According to standard safety procedures, the jump pilot is supposed to check every skydiver's gear before takeoff and before the jump. Ivan had boarded the plane with a parachute on his back, but he hadn't fastened his leg or chest straps. At some point, distracted and exhausted, he had removed his parachute and picked up his camera pack instead. The instructor jumping with the student later admitted that he saw Ivan without a parachute during free fall. However, he didn't alert him. Why? Because grabbing onto the tandem pair in panic could have put all three of them at risk. A maneuver called Mr. Bill, where two people try to land under a single parachute, is incredibly dangerous. Tandem parachutes are only designed to carry two people. The instructor had to prioritize saving his student and himself. How did no one notice? How does an experienced skydiver forget his own parachute? One of his colleagues later explained, "Sometimes you do 10 jumps a day, you land, and you've got 15 minutes before the next flight. You're packing your chute, editing footage, grabbing a bite, running to the bathroom. It all becomes routine, and routine makes us blind to details." A skydiver falling belly down reaches speeds of about 125 miles per hour at 4,200 feet. The tandem pair deployed their parachute. That's when Ivan realized his fatal mistake. He had less than 25 seconds of free fall left. Those seconds must have felt like an eternity. Can you imagine that feeling? The sudden, chilling clarity that you've made an irreversible mistake and that you're out of time? Ivan's tragedy was a wake-up call for the entire skydiving community. After this incident, the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, tightened safety regulations. His story is a grim reminder of something simple but crucial. Pay attention to what truly matters. Take care of yourself and look out for those around you. Ivan Lester McGuire lost his life to a mistake that could have been prevented. His story isn't just a tragedy, it's a lesson for everyone who reaches for the skies. Stay safe, stay aware, and may the sky always be kind to you.